One sport I really, really, really love playing, commentating, and also watching locally. That sport is football. Hmm. However, due to the COVID-19 pandemic, not one of the three I can do at the moment. I can't be playing football. There's nothing to commentate on. And although it's not happening, I do remember watching the local National Premier League on a Wednesday, Thursday, Sunday, and even on a Monday night.
Plummer heads on. Ball right across. Tolo! First goal of the season for the 28-year-old. Curtains for beer. 2-0. Harveyview in front.
And how sloppy was that? A throw-in for Veer United deep in their own half resulted in a turnover which allowed Tulla to be played in. This is the throw from Anjay Gale. And then that poor touch from Sheldon Smith. One touch by Tulla and back with the left foot. A precision finish from the big man. Again, just cutting across the ball a little to bend it away from the goalkeeper. Romain Sampson.
The last game I saw on the local soil was back in March 2020 when I watched the final game of the Premier League before the government halted proceedings due to the COVID-19 restrictions. But now the local organization led by Chris Williams, the Professional Football Jamaica Limited, is on the ball, as they have secured 6 sponsors from the 12 they seek to sponsor the teams for the upcoming season. There's one problem with that statement about the upcoming season. When will the Jamaica Premier League 2020-2021 season actually kick off? For nearly 9 months, the players have been inactive with the suspension of the league due to COVID-19, halting the money they made representing their specific teams in the league. It has led them to do different things like rearing chicken, being a chauffeur on escapades, farming, and also producing shirts like these. For my friend Sean Laws of Waterhouse, he's doing his thing. The Jamaica Football Federation had a press conference at the Jamaica Pegasus Hotel on September 22 to announce the resumption of the league that would have happened for November 14. At the conference, it was also announced that the 12 Premier League outfits would get 1.2 Jamaican dollars, that's $1 million, for relief funding, which was money given to the JFF by FIFA, which all clubs received. Over 600 persons from all 12 clubs would also be tested for COVID-19, commencing Monday, 28 September. And the process would be repeated before the start date of the league, but that actually never happened. At that press conference, the Ministry of Health representative, who was down on the program to make a grand announcement, was missing in action. And I was told she had to go back to the ministry for an emergency meeting with the Honourable Minister. We're now almost at the end of the year 2020, and not a whistle has been blown for full training or even for a match. So what has changed? But we have seen or heard rumblings in both corners, the JFF saying that they're waiting on the Ministry of Health to approve the proposal, and the ministry saying they are waiting on the JFF to amend the proposal. Whether to wait, heavyweight, or the name weight, everybody in the sport is looking for a start date. There's a recent spike in COVID-19 positive results in Jamaica, which does not go well for the start of football in January. And the ministry stated that they will make an assessment on the 15th of the first month in 2021. Track and field meets were held at the National Stadium in summer, and horse racing is happening at Cape Manners Park every weekend. So you ask yourself the question, what is the difference why those disciplines can be held and no football? Well, one thing is both are not contact sports, and football is, so it's easier to pass on the virus through that type of sporting discipline. For racing, the government has put the monitoring of persons in the off-track betting parlor in the hands of the racing industry, as they look to keep things in check. The racing reps try not to allow the building to be too congested with punters, while the sport makes revenue which goes directly to the government coffers. But does the local football fraternity or sport make any money that goes into the government coffers right away? For the football leagues around the world, in this time, the players are tested once or twice a week for games to be played. The tests are not free. The big question is, can the JFF afford to test players, officials, and coaching staff weekly and from the 12 teams? And if that is not the case, can the local body create a bubble or two for the teams? For me, I don't think they can. Only bubble I think they can create is a bubble gum or listen to Conscience song, Bubble Me a Bubble. So the Ministry of Health and the JFF must come together and buckle down as they did before the September 3 general election, when a lot of interest was shown by the government. That has certainly waned since the end of election, which they won. The Ministry of Health must partner with the JFF to do testing and relieve some of the financial pressure of the teams and the association. If that does not happen, a lot of these youngsters who are all not entrepreneurs will be going in an opposite direction from when they started playing the sport, and they may be using the actions of a football terminology, using their hands and not their feet. That's Sean Law. What say you? I'm going to go outside and relive my glory days in the sport of football. Talk to you again.